8-0 advantage, 2 wins by major decision. Here we are at 141. It's Edinboro's Anthony Ferraro and Ohio's Kaden Jett.
Both guys looking well suited for 141. Sometimes you can tell a difference in, the body style, how they fit into the weight, but maybe a little lankier out of Jett, but both guys looking proper.
Kaden Jett 2-0 in MAC duels this season. Anthony Ferraro 16 wins. And look at this spot right here early in the first 30 seconds of the first period.
Ferraro did a great job to get in on that. Jett's happy to go up and over. He's pretty good in a waterfall position himself, so that's how we get a stalemate to go back to our feet.
Kaden Jett, he did lose all 4 matches at Mid-Major Nationals last weekend, but he battled really hard against Cal Poly's Alec Van Beber and lost in overtime. Those guys got tested. Ohio going to Mid-Major Nationals, super important as we get the waterfall spot again for Jett.
Did a great job keeping that ankle. As long as he can keep it close to the butt there of Ferraro, he's going to be able to find a way through the position and at least find a way to a stalemate, because if you've got a far ankle, you can always at least have a little bit of control here. As Ferraro's trying to find his way to one leg, finally is starting to isolate that bottom left leg. Good job by Jett keeping that foot kind of up in the armpit head area, but he's got to keep circling.
Kaden Jett fighting hard.
Now he's sitting up. He's got himself back to his own hips a little bit. Danger count almost there. Good job by Jett to bail out of that part, but then a 3 takedown in the long run by Ferraro.
Anthony Ferraro last week against Clarion got down 3-0 early off a takedown, then rolled with a takedown himself and picked up the win.
It's a great scramble by both guys, just working through the positions methodically. And now we're going to go. So you could say it's the strength of Edinboro today. It could be the weakness of the Bobcats here early on, is finding ways to get off the bottom, the riding from the Fighting Scots.
As you see, top right corner of your screen, through 2 matchups at 125 and 133, both going Edinboro's way by major decision, so an 8-0 advantage. And Anthony Ferraro, the redshirt freshman, who is an absolute grinder, according to head coach Matt Hill.
You can tell just the way he comes out, like I said, working through that position in the scramble the way he did, already earning a stall here on Jett. Is Jett doing his best to, keep away from the pressure, but he's not doing a lot to find his feet. I think that's what the official is giving attention to.
Kaden Jett 4-7 on the season. Brecksville Broadview Heights High School, a 4-time state qualifier. End of the first period, and it's Anthony Ferraro with 1 takedown entering the second period. What are your thoughts on this matchup so far?
I think Jett's got to find a way himself. Only 1:19 of riding time. Can he put together 25 seconds, knock it back down under a minute, show that he does have some control against Ferraro himself? And then he's obviously going to probably have to cut him and do some work on his feet.
Reminder, if one wrestler has more than 1 minute of riding time, a point is awarded at the end, and so far that point has been massive, especially at 125.
It's been the difference. It's been what has given the major decision in both of those, ultimately the riding time point. But Jett doing a great job of locking him up, a little crab ride here. So he's certainly riding well enough to eliminate that original riding point.
As you can see, gets it inside 45 seconds.
Now his biggest thing here is going to be not getting too high himself and letting up the reversal. 1 versus 2, he gives the 1. And now he's got to get on his offense a little bit. Long arms out of Ferraro there. Those clubs were coming from a mile away, but Jett couldn't do anything about it.
Some hand fighting here at 141. Good battle here between Jett and Ferraro.
Ferraro seems pretty content up here with the pummeling, with the upper body work. He's throwing those underhooks around pretty confidently.
I just heard Derek Rake, who is waiting in the wing to go at 149, say, we need one. We need a point here.
Absolutely. Certainly before the end of this period with 20 to go, it'd be great to see 4-3 on the board, a finish with the ride out. But now it looks like, again, with that deep underhook, all the way to the middle of the back is where Ferraro is going with that underhook. It's just long forearms. Sometimes anatomy helps.
Final seconds of the second period. And a close one right now. The riding time inside a minute. And it's only 4-0. Have you seen Kaden Jett at all be aggressive in this one?
Not particularly. The ride itself was, strong. He put the leg in, was able to break him down flat once. So it's a strong ride. But in terms of on his feet, nothing has really been, pressure forward. It's all been more reactionary and trying to work from a tie, which is, there's nothing wrong with working from the tie, but it hasn't been, forward, you could say. And now a tough ride coming from Ferraro as he tries to put his own leg in. If he gets that all the way through, it's going to be tough for Jett here in the third. Jett does a good job of not letting it all the way in, but nearly was able to get away.
Anthony Ferraro, just a redshirt freshman. Coach Matt Hill told us that he still has a lot to learn, but he finds ways to win.
He finally slipped that boot in, it looks like, so he's going to be able to kind of lock himself in a little bit. With this 1:10 on the clock in the third, he's got it already back up over a minute of riding time. So this is Kaden Jett keeping it. No bonus points, which is, again, all about the limiting through these first three weight classes, you could have to say, for the Bobcats.
When we spoke to Joel Greenlee, he said it very, very well. And simply put, bonus points are going to be massive for us. And through the first couple of weight classes, we got to just find a way to survive.
Ferraro working for a turn. He's trying to find something, but ultimately does find himself a stall point as Jett's been face down for a little while, and the official recognized that. And now Coach Hill telling his guy, go after and get one because we can still get this major decision. 5-1 with the riding time point. If he gets a takedown, it's there.
12 seconds here in the third period. Edinboro's bench going crazy right now.
It's the match within the match, trying to pick up an extra point here. But Jett does a phenomenal job of fending it off in the final seconds and keeps it to that decision.
A heck of a job, and Anthony Ferraro picks up the win by decision, so just 3 points to the team score. Edinboro wins the first three weight classes. They have an 11-0